Hello everyone, welcome to Ssugarplum and the Plum Talks. So you must be wondering why I have chosen this place. This is a small green corner of mine which I just love sitting, especially in the winters, sunny mornings. I feel very peaceful. Sitting here with my kid and just sipping a cup of tea. So today we are going to talk about few things that we should not be saying to our children. We have already covered the ADHD, we have already covered the separation anxiety. So today, it's 8 things that we are going to talk about, which any parent should not be saying it to their children. But before that, kindly subscribe to my channel. And I have seen many parents, they use such phrases like, you better do it, or else what? That's a typical flippant response you can expect from a kid, and of course, for a good reason. Threats and spoken punishment aren't a good way to make them what you want them to do. Understand the reason behind it, and take the extra minute to explain to your children the reason why you want them to do something. Please, better use good phrases or better phrases next time. Second, you are too young to think about this. The child thinks, I want to know. If not you, then definitely I'll go to someone else. If a child is asking you very uncomfortable questions and they do not receive the information, he will definitely go to someone else, more likely the less competent ones. So the correct phrase should be, I'm not ready to answer this. Do not dismiss the child. If he asks a question, try to answer them. This way you will remain the authority in his eyes and won't lose the trust. Next is, stop being such a baby. I was using this phrase or statement many times. But one day I thought, what my kids supposed to be? Adults? Because they're not. And it is not fair to expect them to act like they are. If a child is engaging in a behavior that seems babyish to you, it's not their fault, right? Pay attention to the context and try to find out the root cause, because you can address the root cause of the babyish behavior head on without a guilt or a shame. The very interesting one which I have seen many of the mommies in my apartment saying, wait, we'll talk at home. The child thinks my parents might hurt me, they don't like me, I don't want to go home because the home has become a place where I would be punished. So instead of threatening and making your house a place where the child expects a punishment, you should use such phrases like, let me tell you what upsets me. Hearing your point of view, the child will learn to take your feelings into account and will not be afraid of going at his home. The very interesting one, which I also use sometimes but realize it's not fair, because the statement that many of the mommies were using is like, stop crying right now. Here's one of the things that you should never say to your child. Just think about it. What would you say this to a friend who has just lost her job or was going through a breakup? Definitely not. Then why would you say this to your child when he's having a rough time? So hearing this, the child thinks that it is bad to show emotions. I'll be scolded for tears. He may grow up silent and withdrawn, and the latent emotions will sooner or later manifest into aggression, tears, depression. Researchers have shown that these kind of just withdrawing your emotions will lead to the criminal behavior as well. So instead of using such statements, the correct the phrase should be, tell me what's bothering you. Why are you crying? If the child fails or get bruised, try using, are you crying because it hurts you or you're frightened? This will provoke a conversation which will help the child identify the emotions, right? Many parents says that you should only listen to adults. Big no. Big no. You should never listen to all the adults, but just listen to your parents. The child, this way the child thinks that all adults are smart and good, and I will do whatever any adult will say to me. So this phrase is dangerous. For me it is dangerous, because my child will start trusting all the adults, including the strangers as well. So I would definitely not want him to trust all the strangers. Instead, I would definitely say that you need to listen to your parents only, because this way the child develops critical thinking and healthy distrust of strangers, and he thinks that there is someone who can I trust, which is his or her parents. Another one is comparing. This is I mean, these days it has become a trend, just I mean getting the work done by the kids through comparing, through comparison. Look at this kid. If he can do it, why can't you? Why? I mean, child, why you have to just I mean make the child feel worse? It makes no sense to try anything. It won't work. Comparing him with others negatively affects the child's self-esteem and making him to think that he will never achieve anything. The correct phrase is I love you. You can do it. Not this time, next time, but you will do it. I know that you can do it. Hearing your point of view, the child will learn to take your feelings in account and when pondering his future actions. Another one is you should share your stuff with other kids. Why? I mean, why don't you just say instead swap your toys for a while? Because in this way the child thinks I must share everything with everyone. There is nothing that's mine. I mean, these thoughts will develop into a sacrificial behavior and he will not protect his own values and possessions. So I was one of the mommies who always I mean used to say till until my kid was 2 years, okay, you can share it with this kid, or you can share your toys with this kid. But lately I came to know that they should not. They should own their possessions, they should own their values. So after that I started using phrases like, would you let this boy play with your toy for some time, or maybe you want to exchange toys for a while. Give a child an opportunity to manage their things themselves. If he's against sharing, do not force them, do not insist. Remember, you can't teach your children to behave better by making them feel worse. When children feel better, they behave better. Guys, I hope you're enjoying my Plum Talk videos, and if you want me to just I mean cover any topic of your own choice, or if you just want to keep it anonymous, I'm ready to do that also. So yeah, if you're liking it, please let me know, because this way I'll be motivated to make more videos on such topics.
Thank you for watching my videos. Please subscribe for my channel.